Okay. I have two questions that go hand in hand. What is the share of immigrants in crime statistics? Is it really a problem? And there's this rhetoric that goes like the border towns are unsafe or more.
That's actually completely, I mean, that's unfounded and that's false. I mean, the FBI, for example, issues statistics every year. And the one that's always touted, and rightfully so, is El Paso, which is the largest metropolitan city on the US-Mexico border. People say, well, there's San Diego. San Diego's 10 miles north. El Paso and Ciudad Juarez are next to each other, literally. They're only separated by the bridges that are there, right? And then what used to be the Rio Grande. So El Paso, the past 4 years, has been the safest, largest city in the country. You have places like Laredo, if I'm not mistaken, a few years ago was also in the top 10 of safe cities in the country. So to say that border cities are notoriously crime-ridden, that's highly inaccurate. Now, to say that they don't have any crime,
of course,
that's I mean, I'm not saying that, but like crime related to drug trafficking, of course they're gonna have it. But you can say the same thing about what's happening in Chicago, Baltimore, other places that where drugs play a key role in that violence. So what's the difference between them and those that are on the border? Really very little. But the idea that immigrants bring crime is largely false, or definitely inaccurate. There's been a number of studies, at least half a dozen, if not more, that have traced migrants and their involvement in violent crime, and it's minimal. In fact, you're much more likely to be a victim of violent crime from a native-born citizen than you are from an immigrant. And this is important to state because, as you saw with the speech to the Joint Congress, he touted that, for victims. It's like, quite frankly, it's sad. Nobody wants to have a family member or loved one die through murder or any other way. But you're looking at possibly the 4 out of the 1,000. Yeah. I mean, you're talking about a small percentage. But because he touts them in this nationally televised speech, they make it look like, you see, they are killing people. Yes, but so are young white males.
Yeah, that's
so are young white females. So are black males and brown women and the thing is, like I said, you're more than likely. In fact, the Center for Disease Control gave out a statistic that you're more likely to be shot by a mishandling of a firearm than you are to be killed by an immigrant.
Yeah. That's true.
I mean, you have actually like 30 other instances where you could be killed before you're killed by an immigrant. And they're almost like everyday stuff that we have.